So guys, hope you had a great and an amazing day. Um it was an amazing day for me. Amazing trades that we took today on the market. We were literally killing the market. Killing the market. So I was long and short on both GBP USD and other instruments. Yeah, so just like, share and subscribe to the channel, and if you want to be part and parcel of this community, you can join the Telegram channel. The Telegram channel's link is in the description below. So you guys can get access to the Telegram channel below there. Yeah, so let me just let everyone know that everyone needs to be online. So basically it was a slow day. It was great. It was more of like a consolidative day, and it makes sense because every single day price has been, going towards one direction. Price has been mainly selling on the main pairs, main instruments. And also I'm giving out a lot of gem on the large, no, on the Telegram channel, so I'm giving out lots of information regarding trading and all that stuff. So for those that would be like want to learn, the community is really great, where you can learn, because when I make trades, I share the trades, share my ideas with you guys and all that stuff. So I will update you just quickly now for a few minutes, and then I'll be off the live. Today's live won't be that long, but I hope that this week we'll get the account to 200. Let's get the 100 subscribers. If you have 4 accounts, subscribe with all 4 of your accounts, basically, as long as you subscribe. Yeah, so I'm going to share the link of today's live to everyone, and let me also share the second trades that I made, which I did not share because there were like other trades that I also made after some while. So I was buying again, and so yeah, so I also shared with you guys on the Telegram. So I think it's time for me to start closing partials and all that stuff. But the market is a bit okay. It's doing okay. So Euro USD, as you can see, I don't know if you guys will be able to view my screen, but yeah, Euro USD, I'm in the trade, and I'm holding 30k, so holding nice 30k on the trade. Perfect trade, yeah, so not that bad, but I'm gonna close partial. So far, like for the day, I've made like profit of 36, when I was selling GBP USD and Euro USD. That was during the London session. So during the London session, I was trading the retracement. So if you guys can see, that was the sell that I was in. right here. Okay, so I was selling right here, and then price fell all the way down, and then basically I decided to exit out of the trade around here because I saw the liquidity was like taken out, and then I entered right here again to take the trade with me that was on GBP USD. So I'm also in buys. If you can look at the screenshot on the group, then you can see that I was also, or I'm still also in buys with Euro USD. So, but I did not take a position on GBP USD with the buys basically. So I took the buys with Euro USD. So on the chart, my stop loss was hit, but not on, the account. It was not hit. So you guys can see like this is my Euro USD, running. I don't know if it's focused. Yeah, but you guys can basically see my screen. Let me just log in and then yeah. So you guys can basically see if I can focus. Let me get it to focus. Yeah. So you can basically see Euro USD open. Yeah, so you guys can see there. You see Euro USD open, and you guys can basically see, the profit and all that stuff. Yeah, so like we're killing it. We're killing it. So Euro USD and USD CHF. USD CHF, I was expecting price to fall, but this is a high risk. I said high risk trade idea, but sniper entry to sell it down. And I said that less risk and higher probability if you can see this see a setup here. So once this range is broken, then I would regard it as a high probability setup. And I also shared that with the execution lab inside. So first it was not valid because during the London session it was like doing this and then retrace, took out the liquidity. Then I was like, I don't really think, because like you have to remember, at the same time that I'm giving this trade ideas, I'm also like trading, Euro USD and GBP USD positions that are open running. So I could not multitask like that, at a high frequency. And so that's why I was like, just give up. And then later when I saw that it's going to say we're making progress, so there are still some positions that I'm be waiting for once this low is taken out, because remember I gave you guys the analogy, the understanding that this liquidity has to be taken out by price dropping down here, and then seeing the price retracing before we can go up and take out this highs right here. So I also shared on the main public group where I was showing people the bias that I shared with you on the first live of this week. I wrote it down on the screen, and I was saying that gold bearish, USD CHF bullish, Euro USD bearish, DXY bullish. So that was now the short-term analysis of what I was looking at in the market. So for the short-term analysis, it was going well. It was going well. It did it continuously for the past few days. Price was going to that direction for the past few days. So if you can look at it, we can see that the first time that I was looking for this buy basically was here. So I was following this trend high, but then there was liquidity below, so price had to come and take out that liquidity basically. And I did not trade, and today is basically the only day that I traded. Today is Thursday. Yesterday's opportunity, I missed it because I told you guys on the live that this would be the sell, right, on GBPUSD, but I did not enter. But actually today I made enough profit for the day, so it's not that bad. So what I'm going to do now, I'm going to start closing some partials, just to protect my account, because at the end of the day, if I close this trades, then it means I've made 60,000, which is not that bad. So I'm gonna close and only leave one trade open per pair. So for USD CHF and for Euro USD, I'm only going to leave one position open for each So I'm going to make sure that all of the other positions are closed. So it means that I'm reducing all of my risk, removing exposure on my account, so that if anything happens, I am not vulnerable. I'm not vulnerable. Okay, so closed. Yeah, so Euro USD closed. Yeah, so as you can see now, there are only 2 trades running, only 2. The rest are closed. And for the day, we have made 63k. Okay, 63k, which is crazy, right? 63. Let me just get it to focus. Let me just get it to focus so that you guys will be able to see, you know, so that you guys will be able to see 63k. Done and dusted, guys. Done and dusted. 63k done, dusted for the day. It was a little bit of a rough day, but it was not that bad. Not that bad. But you see, like, that's the difference. I did not trade for the whole week, and then Thursday I made 60,000. Okay, 63,000, 430, but 63,000, right? Made in one day. And imagine now, if I was losing Monday 10k, Tuesday 10k, Wednesday 10k, that's like already 30k lost. Then our Thursday I was supposed to be, you know, so sometimes if I don't see what I'm looking for in the market, I don't trade. And yesterday actually I was supposed to trade, but then I was busy, so I did not see the setup. So what is the lesson learned today? Patience. What we learn from today's life is patience. You know, patience is key if you want to be successful in this industry. If you want to be successful in this industry, patience. Right? Okay. So guys, what's the lesson idea right here? It's not every day that you're going to, you know, make money in the market. There are some days that you will not make money, and then there's some days where you will. So it's okay, it's understandable. Just focus on being consistent and push, you know. At the end of the day, you will make it. With that being said, guys, see you on tomorrow's live. I'll be live again tomorrow, sharing information. And yeah, see you guys. I think tomorrow's video will be a bit longer. I'm just trying to be consistent with the channel and trying to like be very consistent. God bless you.